In the heart of Helderberg, there lived a man whose bravery knew no bounds. Rico Pentz wasn't just another name in the community. He was a beacon of hope for both humans and wildlife alike. He was a legend. At 39 years old, Rico Pentz was the epitome of passion and dedication. As the founder of Helderberg Wildlife Rescue and anti-animal cruelty, his life's mission was to protect the innocent creatures that roamed the land. Bravery was his middle name. Nothing could stand in his way when it came to rescuing any animal he encountered. He fought tirelessly for the well-being of snakes and every other kind of animal, regardless of whether they were domestic, wild, or farm animals. One thing was for sure, he was extremely passionate about his job. Rico frequently posted stories on the Helderberg Wildlife Rescue Organization's Facebook page about recent rescue calls, facts about wildlife, and the importance of being gentle with animals, even if they seemed scary at first. He was a professional through and through, constantly updating his community, lending a hand when someone needed help, and keeping everyone informed about the organization's cases. Pentz knew that every being deserved love, care, and understanding. That was just the kind of person he was, an altruist. However, when it came to snakes, he had a bit of a bias. Like any wildlife protector, veterinary technician, or snake catcher, Pentz was no stranger to venomous snake encounters. In 2018, he was bitten by a puff adder, a highly venomous viper commonly found in Central and Southern Africa. He received extensive medical treatment, including a much-needed skin graft, which he later covered up with, probably as you guess, a tattoo depicting two snakes. In 2022, he received another stark reminder of just how dangerous his job truly was. Pentz was called to a routine rescue, slightly outside his usual area, but his dedication left him with no hesitation. During the procedure, however, a venomous snake sank its fangs into his arm, injecting venom. His arm swelled rapidly, and he was rushed to the hospital, where he received antivenom and the necessary medical treatment to stay alive. But fate can be cruel, and tragedy finally struck on that fateful Wednesday, January 17. While doing a routine feeding of his beloved pet Cape Cobra, Rico Pentz was ferociously bitten. The Cape Cobra, commonly referred to as the yellow cobra, is one of the most venomous species in southern Africa. A creature of daylight, it is a versatile predator with a broad diet, inhabiting regions from the Western Cape to the Northern Cape, Eastern Cape, Free State, and Northwest Province of South Africa. It thrives in diverse habitats, often residing in rodent burrows, abandoned termite mounds, and rocky crevices. Regarded as one of Africa's most perilous cobras, the Cape Cobra has earned its fearsome reputation due to its potent venom and tendency to venture into human settlements. While primarily terrestrial, it exhibits arboreal tendencies, climbing trees and shrubs in pursuit of prey. When confronted with danger, it raises its head, spreads its neck into a distinct hood, and hisses, a universal sign of caution among cobras. Contrary to misconceptions, this behavior is not aggression but a warning to maintain a safe distance. Though typically shy around humans, if provoked, the Cape Cobra will not hesitate to deliver a venomous bite, which can cause life-threatening neurotoxic effects requiring immediate medical attention. Despite its reputation, the Cape Cobra's instinct is to flee rather than confront, preferring to retreat to safety once the danger has passed. Its ability to climb adds to its elusive nature, ensuring its survival in a world filled with threats. Pentz surely knew all of this. After all, he was a snake expert. But Rico's pet cobra was, well, his pet, an animal he deeply cared for, one that shouldn't have felt threatened by him. After all, it was just a routine feeding. This is precisely why Pentz felt more shocked than hurt. Though he found himself in a perilous situation, his first concern was for the snake. His own well-being came second. He was rushed to the hospital, where he received initial treatment and was then transferred to a medical center, where doctors closely monitored his condition. The news spread like wildfire, sending shockwaves through the tight-knit community. Friends and family rallied around Rico as he fought for his life, each moment a battle against the venom coursing through his veins. At Verkeligen Mediclinic, Rico clung to hope, receiving treatment after treatment, but the venom was relentless, tightening its grip with each passing moment. Around 50% of untreated Cape cobra bites are fatal, with death occurring between 1 and 10 hours, usually due to respiratory failure caused by paralysis. Given the extensive medical care he received, everyone believed he was out of danger. But what no one knew was that Pentz's body was rejecting the antivenom instead of letting it heal him. According to his mother, his body may have had an immune reaction to the antivenom, possibly because only 20 months had passed since his previous puff adder bite. The snake venom specialists referred to Rico's case as exceptional, baffled by his body's resistance to treatment. As days turned into nights, Rico's loved ones, his wife and children, stood vigil by his bedside, their hearts heavy with fear but fueled by love. They whispered words of encouragement, praying for a miracle to spare them from impending darkness. But miracles are rare. Despite their best efforts, Rico's condition deteriorated rapidly. The once vibrant man, full of life and laughter, now lay motionless, his spirit slipping away like grains of sand in the wind. In the arms of his beloved wife, merely 4 days after being bitten by the cobra, he passed away. It was a moment of unbearable grief. The loss is so incredibly deep for all of us who have known and loved him. It's a huge loss to animal rescue. He was a pioneer, an admirable, absolutely beautiful, and controversial human being who wanted nothing more than the best for animals. From rescuing puff adders to educating the community about the importance of conservation, Rico was a tireless advocate for Mother Nature, a voice for the voiceless in a world that often fails to recognize the impact of every creature on the environment. He understood that. He knew how important snakes were, how crucial it was to keep them safe, and he believed in his cause up until his last moments. And though his time on Earth was cut short, Rico's impact will continue to reverberate through the generations. His legacy will inspire others to follow in his footsteps, to stand up for what they believe in, and to fight for those who cannot fight for themselves.